Welcome back to 3 Years Magic Gaming. In this video, we're going to be giving a guide on the newest Marvel Rivals card-throwing Cajun Crusader, Gambit. Gambit is a 4-star difficulty strategist whose main focus is being a hybrid between a DPS and a support. So far, his best play styles are in the middle of the field, or also being a punisher for people who try to dive the backline. He's a little bit complicated too, but this video is going to help you understand Gambit's playstyle and how to get the most value out of him.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
We're going to start with Gambit's move list. His first ability is his primary fire. Gambit throws 3 cards straight ahead of him. Each card does around 20 damage, meaning hitting one target with all 3 cards will do 60 damage. These cards also heal teammates for the same amount of health. Next is his Cajun charge. Gambit does a non-damaging 7-meter forward dash. Each dash has a 12-second cooldown. These dashes can also be comboed with Gambit's Bayou Bash, making it a big easy impact. Big easy impact can only occur if Gambit hits the L2/right click button right after performing the Cajun charge. It boosts him another 7 yards forward, making the combined dash total 14 yards. Big Easy Impact also does about 75 damage/heals to anyone who is in the path of the attack. Speaking of his Bayou Bash, whenever you use this ability, Gambit does a downward slam with his staff. It does around 60 damage, but also heals Gambit for 63 health. It also heals teammates for 50 health. Now we're going to get into the good stuff. Gambit's Healing Hearts ability is when he uses a sleight of hand card, which is visible on the screen. This puts Gambit into his Hearts deck mode. When he uses the ability, Gambit gets an 8-second window to use either Flush or Raise. This 8-second window also gives Gambit health regeneration. Gambit's first Heart Dex move is called Bridge Boost. When Gambit uses Flush while his Hearts deck is active, Gambit throws a stack of cards forward. If this stack hits an ally, they are healed a good amount. These cards also bounce off nearby allies 5 times, each bounce healing the person hit. If Gambit is within 20 meters of an ally, he can also use this on himself to heal him in case his health gets a little too low during a fight. Next is also only accessible by his Hearts deck called Purifying Pickup. When Gambit uses Raise, he throws a wide 3-card arc of cards that heal and purify. Purification could get rid of most stuns/ailments. For example, Cloak and Dagger Blind, Mantis Sleep, Strange and Groot's ultimates, even Emma's silencing when she uses her ultimate. All those things can be negated by Gambit's Purify move. Now we're going to get into Breaking Spades, which is what happens if you press RB on console or F on PC. It's pretty much the same as Healing Hearts, the 8-second window, but instead of a health regeneration, you get a damage boost. On the Spades deck, you get 2 new abilities. The first one is called Bidding Barrage. Whenever Gambit activates his Spades deck and uses Raise, he throws a damaging arc of 3 cards. It does 85 damage total and also applies about 2 meters of knockback to every enemy hit. The other move on his Spades deck is called Explosive Trick. If Gambit uses Flush, he throws a stack of cards forward which hits a single enemy. This does 70 damage and also applies reduced healing. Finally, we're going to talk about Gambit's ultimate, also known as Raging Royal Flush. When you're using it, at the bottom of the screen, there will pop up small icons of your teammates. You want as many teammates to be in your line of sight when you confirm this ultimate as possible, so that way they can all get the boost. The effects that happen when they get the boost, they get movement speed increase, a jump boost, and all of their attacks are also enhanced with a single target explosive damage. The last and most helpful thing that you get when Gambit activates his ultimate is ultimate ability acceleration. Basically, your ults charge way faster, 30% to be exact, when Gambit uses his ult. There is a one-time healing effect for 100 health, and also you get 75 healing over time when this ability is used. How to use Gambit. After using him in a few games, Gambit is definitely best used in the middle of a formation, waiting to punish anyone who comes up too far with his reduced healing or big damage combos. This is also the best spot for him because he's in range of all of his teammates and can fall back at any time to peel. He's basically a hybrid support, kind of like Mantis or Adam Warlock, but he has potential to be even more helpful because of his ultimate that is basically a better Mantis ult, and he can do more damage than Adam Warlock at a faster rate.
You know what I hate so far?
What do you hate?
I freaking hate that everybody keeps using Gambit. He's been out for 6.5 hours. Like, why not take some time to be able to practice and like actually know how to use him? Especially when we play freaking competitive matches. I mean, I don't want to be in freaking bronze forever.
Exactly. We have practice versus AI for a reason. Use the new hero in practice versus AI or quick match. It doesn't make sense to immediately jump into ranked while playing Gambit, the newest hero in Marvel Rivals. It angers me. Go on, fix this immediately.
Yeah, swap!
Get off Gambit! Also, I don't like how all these DPS mains are swapping to Gambit because, ooh, me see something new. Me see new support. Oh, it's Gambit. Let me pick him. You don't even know what you're doing. You're frontlining with Gambit when he's supposed to be a support. He is a strategist, not a DPS. Now, I know a lot of us thought that Gambit was going to be a DPS because I thought he was going to be a DPS. I was thrown under the bus all the way when he came out as strategist, but that does not mean that in your heart and soul that you believe that he's a DPS. No, he's strategist. Please heal your team and stop DPS. And I'm sick of these Gambits going 25 and 13 when you should be, I don't know, you just need to heal your team and stop picking Gambit. It's only been out for 2 days.
Wow, okay. After that amazing rant from J Magic, I'm gonna go ahead and give you some more tips so that way you don't end up making her bad. Gambit's biggest strengths are that his survivability is really high. It's pretty hard to kill a Gambit, first of all because of his dash, which has, if you use it right, a really short cooldown, and also because he has a knockback move, he has multiple ways to self-heal, and he does a lot of damage. He's pretty hard to kill. So him staying, near the back line, but also like ready to get up front is probably the best spot for him. He isn't as easily diveable because he has reduced healing moves, knockback, and he can also purify. So, in case somebody tries to dive and get like some sort of special effect move in, he can purify it just like that with a snap of a finger. His weaknesses, however, is that he's pretty susceptible to flying characters. I mean, most people are. He doesn't have a lot to handle somebody that's in the air. He also can't do a lot of, he doesn't really do damage that sticks. Like if you have some really strong burst supports on the other side of the battlefield, then he can't really, get a lot of value in damaging wise. His ultimate is also not a healing ultimate. It's more for utility than it is for just raw heals. And most people probably are not going to be able to use that right, use it in the right situations. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us today. We hope you enjoyed this Gambit guide. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave us some comments, tell us if we should make a rogue guide when season 5.5 hits, and we'll see you next time. Peace and out.